how do you? I mean, I don't want to ask like a stupid question, but how do you guys pick up the pieces after such a disappointing end to the season?
I mean, the bad news is we'll have plenty of time to do that again, which is obviously frustrating. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to kind of digest that quickly. I guess we got home at 4:00 this morning, and so it's it's obviously during the series. I think we played well at times, and obviously some times that we didn't play well. I guess at the end of the day, and the ultimate question or answer, like if you're not the last team standing, you've got to find things to improve and get better. So we got to figure out ways that we can get better. However that is, that's not my job, unfortunately. Well, probably fortunately, actually. So yeah, like if you're not that last team and you're not holding the trophy, there's always something you can do. So we got to figure those things out. The guys that are here, signed or whatever, we can be a part of it, and then whatever the changes or additions or whatever are. So we'll see what happens. But I don't really have a great answer for you right now, to be honest.
Eric Walden, Salt Lake Tribune.
Joe, can you kind of just take us through like what your emotions were last night as the game was unfolding and the lead was kind of slipping away and the Clippers were making their comeback? Just kind of what was in your mindset in those final few moments of the game?
I mean, that last kind of minute or however much time when you kind of know it's kind of over. I mean, a lot of different things. Obviously, frustration, probably one of the main ones when you, like I said, I think we played really well in some of the games and some of the quarters or whatever for this series. We obviously, like I said, played bad or not up to our standard as well. So, a lot of frustration. Obviously, like me personally, like when you're not out there too, like you want to be out there, you want to help. You want to know what you can do to help more. Obviously, every individual is probably thinking that. Because at the end of the day, we want to win. We want to be the last team standing. And we all, like I said before, we've all got to figure out ways that we can get better so that we can be that team. Just a lot of, I mean, there's a few proud moments too, like when you kind of do take a second to think about it, but it's hard to even think about those things when obviously we thought and believed we had a team that could match it with anyone and beat anyone. And we didn't fulfill the goals that we had. So when you have goals like that, almost, like I said, if you're not holding the trophy at the end, it's almost a bit of a failure. So we'll have no doubt we'll kind of regroup, get back together and figure those things out and see what's next. But that's a long way away.
Sarah Todd, Deseret News.
Joe, when you've got a guy like Mike who was so integral to your guys' success this season, and he's entering free agency, do you pitch to him to stay, or are you a part of that at all? I mean, maybe not in an official capacity, but do you try to get him to stay?
I mean, I'll do everything in my power to make that happen. Obviously, everyone individually has their own decisions. Families, friends, agents, like whatever that is, they go into that kind of core group decision of where you want to play, where you're happy, family's happy. Like there's a lot that goes into it. The basketball side of things, I think, obviously this year and from his first year to second year, I think it was like this year was the Mike we all know and saw for 13 years before that. I think obviously the frustration last year of the injuries and the change of system, like I said, of being somewhere for 12, 13 years. I mean, I was talking to him last night already a little bit about it, hoping that I could get some answer out of him. But again, even that, I mean, it's so far. I don't actually even know when it starts, all that stuff, but I think it's so far away. Again, like I said, I'll do everything in my power. whether I have to FaceTime him or fly to his mansion in Ohio and have lunch with him or something, whatever it is, I will try. Because I think everyone saw the impact that he had within our group, on and off the court, even when he was injured, the conversations and the talks and all that. So, yeah, I hope he comes back. Our kids are in the same class as well, so my daughter would be upset if Miles isn't in that class.
Next up, Ben Anderson, KSLSports.com.
Joe, does every last game of the season, do they feel the same? When it feels like it's winding down and it's getting away from you, does it feel like they all end the same, or does it all feel different?
I honestly feel like this year felt the worst out of any of them for like the finishing of the season kind of thing. Like I said, I think after last year, I think we learned a lot from that Denver series and just the year in general, I guess, but that Denver series and what you don't want to do, and you don't want to be home, and you don't want to all those things. And obviously to play the way we did for 72 whatever games, and then kind of battle through that Memphis series with obviously a really good young team. We just felt like, not necessarily like this was the year, quote unquote, but we just felt like we had a team, like I said, that we could beat anyone on any night. And when we played our way and we're locked in, and like, you can go down a list of like the good things or bad things. When we were doing the things that we knew worked for us, we were a really good team. And there was obviously times that we didn't play that way. And it's frustrating because the flip side, what we can do when we are playing the way that we wanted to play, like we did for a lot of this year. So, this one for me, like in my 7 years, has probably hurt the most. Even kind of getting up this morning and just talking to Renee a little bit about it, just like it's almost still a little bit shocking that it's over, to be honest. Like it's still not almost a realistic thing. I feel like we should be at the practice getting ready for a game tomorrow. So this one's definitely hurt the most. You kind of feel it the most, but we've like I said, we've got to figure out ways to get better, and hopefully we do that this off season and come back next year and give it another crack.
Dana Green, ABC4.
Joe, you say obviously you don't make the decisions, but in your opinion, what is this team lacking? What does this team need to raise that trophy?
Oh, you got me on 3 hours sleep and however many. I don't even know right now. I mean, there's obviously we've got a good core of guys that have kind of been here or come back with Fave and stuff, and JC re-signing. I don't. When I say obviously we weren't the last team standing, like I don't think there's massive. Like I don't think we need to blow the whole roster up and start from scratch. But finding a couple key pieces. You could look at any position, I guess. Really, it's not like there's one guy or something that you're trying to, and a part of that too is free agency, like Mike and George, and I'm not sure who else is actually free or whatever, restricted, whatever the rules are. But I think just kind of circling the board and figuring out what player or whoever it is can make us better, or could help us, or take us another step, which is obviously, again, the ultimate goal is to be the last team standing. So if there's someone out there that can do that, obviously you've got to leave every stone unturned and try and figure all that out. But 12 hours after the game, I don't have a great answer for specifics, but like I said, there's always something you can do. The Lakers won it last year and changed a lot of their roster. There's always something you can do. So the guys that get the big bucks will figure that out.
Nair Campbell, UtahJazz.com.
Hey, Joe. I know you're on 3 hours of sleep, but if you could tell me, what are you most proud of from the season, both individually and then as a team?
I mean, the team stuff, obviously the way I think we kind of had the focus all year. Like I said, from that sitting in that locker room in the bubble after the Denver series, you could just look around and tell that the guys didn't want that feeling again. And obviously, it's pretty silly me saying that because we literally had it not long ago. But just the motivation and the focus throughout the regular season to put ourselves in a position to, one, have the best record, which is like a small achievement in itself. Obviously, once you get to the playoffs, it doesn't mean a whole lot except home court throughout the playoffs. So yeah, just there was a lot of. I mean, we went through some stuff obviously too. There was a few injuries, and obviously at the end of the year, and guys stepping up to play different roles at different times. So I mean, I love our group. I love the guys on our team. In terms of a group of guys, it'll never come close to my Aussie teammates, but it's right up there with those guys. Like it's such a fun group to be around. JC winning 6-man, Rudy winning his award, all those things are amazing. Mike being a first-time All-Star, like things like that, I'll always remember, and glad that I was a part of that little kind of story for them. Individually, I don't even know really. I mean, I like the fact that I can look after myself enough to be out there as often as I can for the team. It's always something I've taken pride in, to be available for my team, whether that be playing or not playing much or whatever the rotation is, starting if I have to, coming off the bench. So, yeah, just I guess that just continuously trying to kind of get better, trying to help in any way possible. Again, I'll go back in the off season. Obviously, I've got Australian commitments starting here in a few hours. But yeah, go back and watch some tape and figure it out and see what I can do to be better next year and help. And if it's a different role, whatever it is, just keep trying to be as good as I can for our team to win as many games as possible.
Tim Reynolds, AP.
Thank you. Joe, you just mentioned it, that your Australian commitment starts in a few hours, slightly tongue-in-cheek, but not really, I guess.
No, I just got a text from the assistant coach just then, actually. So
that's not good. How, for guys like you, for guys like Rudy, for Donovan, if he chooses to play, I know you'd rather be playing a Game 7 tomorrow, obviously. It goes without saying. But the fact that you do have something to look forward to pretty quickly here, does soften the blow isn't really the right word, but how much does that help as you try to move on to the next thing, that you do have a chance to do something pretty special in Paris here in a few weeks?
Yeah,
in Tokyo, I'm sorry.
Tokyo, I was going to say, I hope they haven't changed it because I booked my accommodation in Tokyo. Yeah, I mean, it like you said, like I mean, I'll remember this and be thinking about this for probably even during camp. But to be able to, I think we start here on the 24th or something, which I was hoping to not be a part of. But yeah, I mean, it's like it's hard to almost think about the Boomers stuff right now. Like I obviously just got home last night early and trying to spend the day with the kids until you guys ruined 15 minutes of my day. But yeah, I just want to kind of take a step back and enjoy this few days with the kids. And I mean, I'm home for like 6 days in the next 7 weeks or something like that, including this part. And then a few days after this first camp, and then I'm off to Vegas and Tokyo for 4 or 5 weeks. So trying to enjoy this few days here with my family. But even when we get into camp, obviously still going to be in contact with the Jazz guys and coach and stuff like that, and Bailey, who's my coach. And things are going to come up, things are going to be remembered, and we're going to talk about, like, things are still going to be talked about up until we get back together, whether we see each other much or not. once I get there on the 24th, I think it'll change a little bit because I will be so focused on the goal of trying to win a gold medal for Australia, which we've never done, or trying to win a medal full stop, which we've never done. And that's something that's been a goal of mine since I made Beijing Olympics in 2008. And we haven't been able to do it in a World Cup or Olympics. And something that our older core of Paddy and Baines and Delhi and that group that's been together for a little while, it's something that's been a goal of ours since we started. So I will start to focus on that. I think that'll help not having to think about the chat stuff a lot because I will be busy with the Boomers. But yeah, I mean, it'll always come up. I mean, my teammates when I get to LA for camp are going to bring it up. We're going to talk about basketball. It's what we do. It's what we all do. So yeah, it'll suck bringing it up, but I'll use that and the Boomers never medaling as motivation to hopefully come home with a medal after Tokyo.
Okay, last question, David James, KUTV.
Joe, in past years, you've worked on different aspects of your game, going right, changing that release point on your shot. What is the goal for this offseason?
Win a gold medal in Tokyo first. I mean, I guess that's it. I mean, it's a part of it a little bit because I'm not going to have a lot of individual time this year, really until we get back post Tokyo, which won't be long. I don't know exactly what the dates are, but I'm pretty sure we'll be into training camp pretty soon after that. But again, yeah, I mean, I'll sit with coach or probably speak to coach. I'll probably try and sit down with him before I take off here for the Boomers stuff. But yeah, put a plan together. We've got assistant coaches in the Boomers that'll help me work on stuff, and it'll really begin in 4 or 5 days here, which I'm excited about. Like I said, I'm going to enjoy this first few days to enjoy my family and the kids and Renee, and then yeah, sit down with coach at some point before I leave or on the phone. And again, I'll speak to Bailey throughout this whole thing and just keep finding things that I can get better at, things that I can get more efficient at, whatever it may be. I don't have an exact pinpoint of like what that will be, but there's obviously always something. And myself personally, I kind of take pride in that, trying to find something that I haven't been good at and try and be better at it. So no doubt in my mind that I'll come back better. It's what I've done every year since I've been over here. So I'm confident that I can come back and be better and again, help the team in whatever that may be. Yeah, to have a specific answer, I don't really have that, but then obviously no doubt there's some stuff and I'll figure that out and come back better next year and hopefully with a medal around my neck.